Hello and welcome back to my channel. It's Tina. Today we're talking book mail. I have not done a book haul video in some time, so I'm excited to get back into this. These are primarily titles that are coming out the end of 2025 and even into 2026, which is crazy, but that's how it goes, baby. That's showbiz. I've got 3 stacks next to me. First one are all books that are already out. These are all my fall 2025 releases, so these are all ARCs. And these are the ones being published in 2026. Please clap for me. I got myself a little bit organized before I jumped into filming, but let's get into it. So let's dive into it. I am going to start with the fall releases since they're the closest to me. First, we have Galloway's Gospel by Sam Rebellin. Now, I can't say that I love the cover, but let's see what it's about. It says, in this shockingly fun wild ride of horrors, Sam Rebellin takes readers back to Renfield County and tells the story of 2 Rachels, one who mistakenly starts a cult at her local high school and one who tries to dismantle it 10 years later. This seems very specific, and it sounds like it might be sort of a follow-up to a previous novel. I have not read him previously, and I see Edenville. That is the book that I know he wrote and is on my TBR. So I think it takes place in the same space. And look, there is a map in the beginning, which we love. He dedicates this to Rachels everywhere. So if you're a Rachel, you might want to pick this up. Next is highly anticipated. It's Hot Wax by M.L. Rio, who of course wrote the novel If We Were Villains. And this is her first novel since that one. I know she had that short story collection, or maybe it was a novella that people did not care for. So I am excited to see. Yeah, it was a novella. This one says, it is a vivid and immersive tale of one woman's reckless mission to make sense of the events that shattered her childhood and made her who she is. And it takes, as dual timeline, takes place in summer 89 and summer 2018, similar to the last book. This one is when Suzanne hits the road with her father's ragtag rock band, who might be the next big thing if they don't go down in flames. And then it takes place in 2018. Suzanne is again out on the road, but this time she's desperate to escape a dangerous past that is catching up to her. This is a raucous breakneck ride to hell and back where getting lost might be the only way to find yourself and save your soul. I am not a music girl. I don't care for books that have musicians and rock bands and whatnot, the exception being Daisy Jones and the Six, but I do quite like this. I also loved If We Were Villains, so I'm totally excited to take another shot. This one should come out on September 9th of this year, which is like 2 weeks away, 3 weeks. I don't want to talk about it. Next up is 7 Reasons to Murder Your Dinner Guest by KJ Whittle. And I'm mad, this one got wet. Some of my book mail was on the porch when it was raining and I wasn't home and it got wet. But 7 strangers meet for an anonymously hosted dinner party. As the evening winds down, 7 cards appear, one in front of each of the guests. On the card is the number, the age at which they will die. Thinking it's an elaborate prank, they disperse into the night, hoping to forget the morbid evening forever. 2 weeks later, one of them is dead at exactly the age the card predicted, and then more people start dying. And this is told from the perspectives of each of the 7 guests. This sounds so fun. It reminds me a little bit of the Liane Moriarty book, and I love a sketchy dinner party, you know, a dinner party from hell, so to speak. I am into it. And like, I wonder how they're dying. Is it natural causes? Are they being murdered? You know what I mean? I suppose I will have to read to find out. This one also comes out on September 9th. Oh my gosh, this is exciting. When you Claire McIntosh, who I adore, Other People's Houses. And it says, you want what they have, but what price would you pay? It comes out on September 16th. And this is domestic suspense. And it says, the Hills, the kind of place everyone wants to live, exclusive, high-end, and safe. But now someone is breaking and entering in these luxury homes one by one, and a detective suspects the burglar is looking for something in particular. What could it be? And this is set over the border in Wales. Detective Constable Fifen Morgan discovers the body of a real estate agent from the lake. There's no love lost between Fifen and the real estate agent, but who hated this one enough to want her dead and why? And then the cases collide. And this is for fans of Lisa Jewell and Tana French. Oh my God. Oh, cool. Okay, wait. So this has, first of all, a map of the cul-de-sac. And they included a pronunciation guide. Look at that, because this is, she says, when I started writing the DC Pfiff and Morgan books, it was really important to me to include authentically Welsh character and place names. As an English person who now lives in Wales, I know how hard it can be for a non-Welsh speaker to pronounce some of these, and I hope you'll find this guide useful as well as fun. Okay, cool. And so they talk about, like, if you have double F as in the person's name, the F as in fun. So, Fionn. Fun. Fionn. Michaela and my other Welsh friends, let me know if I'm saying that correctly. But this is really cool. She also includes place names and Welsh phrases. And I mean, I love a book that teaches me something. So excited to check this out, September 16th. Next up is A Murder in Paris. You know how I do, a lot of murdery books. And this one is about a woman who is an expert. What? Oh, you know what? You remember that book, Anna O, that was really buzzy? This is the same author. I want to say this is his second book. Yeah, this is his second book. Okay, so this is the follow-up to Anna O. It says, Olivia Finn is a memory expert at Charing Cross Hospital in London. One night she received an urgent call from the police. Her French grandmother has appeared at the hotel, distressed, claiming that she once committed a murder in the hotel at the end of the Second World War. In traveling to Paris, Olivia finds her grandmother confused, but Josephine insists she has recovered memory from the past. More disturbingly, hotel records show that a woman did die in that room in 1945. Could her story really be true? We are getting so many books with elderly individuals who are saying that they used to be serial killers or accidentally killed somebody, and I'm like enjoying that. I like that. I wonder what it is about this guy, because I think Anna O had memory problems in it as well. So I wonder if if he studied that. He worked for 10 years as a political advisor and media strategist, and he's a screenwriter. Cool. Okay. Interesting. Short chapters, so that's always fun. And this one comes out in September as well. All right, heading into October with Boomtown by Nick Stone. I like the cover of this one. I think it's unique. And this is an adult thriller, and it says it's Gone Girl meets P-Valley. And I don't know what that is, but it is about two missing erotic dancers from Atlanta's most notorious gentlemen's club and the woman dedicated to find them. They are the author of Dear Martin, and this is her first adult novel. So this will be buzzy, I am sure. I'm excited about this. It's also fairly short. It's under 300 pages. A book that is not under 300 pages, we have Workhorse by Caroline Palmer. This one comes out on October 14th. And this is a workplace novel, which I love. It is thick. This is a thick boy. It has 548 pages in it. So that is a commitment, but let's see what it's about. The year is 2001, and editorial assistant Chloe Harmon wants nothing more than to rise through the ranks at her publishing fashion magazine, at the world's most prestigious fashion magazine. There's just one problem. She does not have the right pedigree. So this is an industry in which your pedigree really affects how people, connect with you. And she has to work much harder than the well-connected show horses who get ahead without effort. Thrilling career punctuated by moments of high absurdity and devastating reversals of fortune, Chloe wades across boundaries, taking ever greater and more dangerous risks to become the important person she wants to be, within the confines of a world where female ambition remains cloaked. And this is going to be based on some of the authors' experience themselves. They used to be the director of editorial video and social media at Amazon Fashion. She also worked at Vogue.com and other places, and this is a debut. So thank you, Flatiron, for sending. When They Burn the Butterfly is next. This comes out in October. It's adult fantasy. And this is for fans of Silvia Moreno Garcia. And let's see what I know about this. Not much. It is set in Singapore in 1972. It's newly independent and a city of immigrants grappling for power in a fast modernizing world. Here, gangsters are the last conduits of the gods their ancestors brought with them, and the back alleys where they fight are the last place magic has not been assimilated and legislated away. So this is about a gang of women that form the Red Butterfly Gang, a gang of girls who came from nothing, sworn to a fire goddess, and empowered to wreak vengeance on the men that abuse them and underestimate them. I like that. Her mom was like an elusive patron of this apparently, and she is now passed, and Adeline's bloodline is the sole thing sustaining the goddess. Heading into November, we have The Bridesmaid by Kate Quinn, the author of The Clinic. Oh, and there's something here. Oh, let's check it out. Is it an invitation to the wedding? I don't know. Oh, this is very cute. This is really cute. Oh my God, and you can actually mail it back to Sourcebooks. RSVP to murder. We mean matrimony. Will you share your thoughts on the festivities? Translation. Will you review the book? Yes, I'd love to post a review. Spoiler free, of course. Maybe. I'll need time to recover from the emotional damage. No, but I'd be happy to send private thoughts to the bride, aka the author or publicity team. This is very cool. I like this like extra touch that they put in here, and then you get the invitation to the wedding. I'm gonna send mine back in. Very nice. Okay, so what's the book about? It's about the Kensingtons who invite you to the society wedding of the decade. There's just one hitch. You might not make it out alive. Damn. When a celebrity bridesmaid is murdered weeks before an exclusive society wedding, forensic attorney Holly Stone is drafted as an unlikely undercover replacement. Working to unpick the secrets of the notoriously private Kensington family, glamour-averse Holly discovers a new worst enemy in bridezilla Adriana. And beneath the veneer of sophistication, she realizes the Kensingtons have secrets worth killing for. We've got one more for this year, and it's The List of Suspicious Things by Jenny Godfrey. And I don't know what this means, but I love it. Look at this little crow. What's he up to? Anyway, let's find out. 12-year-old Miv is panicking. Life has been complicated since her mom got sick, and now her dad is talking about wanting to move their family away from the town Miv has lived in her whole life. Because of the murders, young women are dying, everyone is afraid, and no one knows who the culprit might be. Seems like a reasonable reason to want to move, but what do I know? So she doesn't want to leave her best friend, and so the two of them decide to make a list of all the suspicious people they know and the things on their street. But their search for truth reveals more secrets in their neighborhood, within their families, and between each other than they ever thought possible. Okay, that sounds cute. All right, now let's quickly get through some of the books here that have already been published. And one of them I bought for myself. Surprise, surprise, I know. And I got this because of Michaela, and all her videos just make me want to place an order at Blackwell's whenever I watch them. So I grabbed Eye for an Eye by MJ Aldridge. Don't know why I grabbed it. I forget what it's about, but I know I had a screenshot of her holding it in my phone. What it is, it's about Emily and Jack, and they both share the same secret. Neither of them are who they say they are. Oh yeah. They're among only 9 criminals in the UK who have been granted lifelong anonymity for their own safety because of their terrible crimes. But what if someone exposed their true identities to the families of their victims who are desperate for revenge? And probation officer Olivia Campbell is caught in the crossfire of the crisis. And the search for the mole behind it all intensifies, and so too does the hunt for the vigilante killers let loose by the lynx. Anyway, I just grabbed this one because I love the idea of criminals that have been granted anonymity for their own safety. I just think that sounds so interesting. So this is one of the books I picked up. I'll show you the other two. The other one is downstairs, and I'm too lazy right now. It's Redemption Road. That one is about a family whose son was killed 12 years ago, and now the man who killed them is getting released from prison, and the woman of the partnership, the mom, is not having it, and she goes on a road trip to essentially kill the man because she doesn't think he deserves to live, and the husband may or may not try and stop her. I've started it. It's really good and also quite sad. And then the other one I grabbed is the new Kia Abdullah book. This one is What Happens in the Dark. I think this is out now in the US. I will have to write a thing on the screen here and let you know, but I think it's out now. I like her books a lot. This one is about Lily and Safa, who were best friends growing up. Now, Lily is the nation's favorite breakfast TV presenter, and Safa, once a renowned journalist, has had a fall from grace. When bad news breaks about suspicious bruises on Lily's body, Safa attempts to rekindle their own friendship, but Lily claims the bruises are nothing to worry about. And then the police are called to Lily's home, and a dead body lies at her feet. Lily pleads not guilty and then says nothing more. And driven by her desire to give a voice to all victims, Safa begins her own investigation into what happened that night. I don't know. what it will be. What I like about Kia Abdullah's writing is that she is a lawyer, or I believe they call it a barrister in the UK. And what I think is great about that is her books read really authentically, right? It makes sense. They feel like she's done a lot of research and shared some of her own knowledge in it. And I am interested to see how this one is. So those ones I bought for myself. The others I have here, this one's very niche. It's called Submerged: Wonder, Obsession, and Murder in the World of Amateur Submarines. Which, interesting. I don't know. If you're a submarine person, you might want to grab that one. I also am picking this because I forgot to mention it earlier. And it is about an AI therapist, which I think is very interesting. Oh, Lord. And this is for fans of Kazuo Ishiguro's Clara and the Sun. Rule of Three by Sam Ripley. This is interesting. It's about, I didn't believe in the rule of three, not at first. It was just one of those urban myths you hear about all the time. A story my boyfriend told me about a girl cursed by the number 3, da 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 da. Bad things always happen in threes, they say, and they are right because it's happening again. And this time the curse is coming for me, and worst of all, it's coming for you too. Sounds spooky. Another nonfiction, you have The Well-Lived Life, 103-Year-Old Doctor's 6 Secrets to Health and Happiness at Every Age. You can probably imagine what this is about. And finally, a new Steve Kavanaugh. This one is The Devil's Advocate. He is another author I really enjoy. I think he's a lawyer too. Yeah, he's a former lawyer, and you can tell when you're reading this. This is about a district attorney who lives to watch prisoners be executed even if they are not guilty. That sounds terrible. A man faces the death penalty for the murder of a young woman. And this guy is he's bad. He fixed things to make sure he wins a fast conviction. But Eddie Flynn, the one thing he didn't count on is Eddie Flynn. So this is an Eddie Flynn novel. If you're familiar with that, you might like this one. Those are the books that are out now, and then I'm going to quickly share my 2026 releases with you. This one I am so excited for. It's going to be really buzzy. It is All the Little Houses by May Cobb. You might know her name because she is the author of The Hunting Wives, which is a very popular television show on right now. This one comes out on January 20th, 2026, and it's another Southern thriller. This one's set in the mid-1980s. And the beautiful daughter of the Anderson family dynasty always gets what she wants. And what she can't get for herself, her mother gets for her, because her mother is ruthlessly cunning and remembers all too well having to claw her way to the top because she was an outcast, sort of married and wormed her way into this family. But then a prairie-kissed family moves to town, and Charlie's entire self-made social empire threatens to crumble. This is a story about mean moms, mean girls, and the delicious secrets inside all of the little houses. Sounds good to me. Ours is a Tale for Murder by Nora Murphy, comes out in February 26. This is about Clara, who never wanted a house with a white picket fence. Troy never wanted anything else. Nothing's quite right with this couple, but they fit in here. But murder will soon thread its way through this world, and no one will see it coming, unless you've been plotting it all along. So, Ours is a Tale of Murder. Sounds a little diabolical. And then finally, this one is Don Winslow's latest novel. It is actually, I want to say, a short story collection. Yeah, in 6 all-new short story novels written by Don Winslow. That's what you're getting in this. It has been bumped. It was supposed to be out this year, but it's now being pushed to 2026 to coincide with this television show, I guess, that's coming out. Yeah, so if you like crime writing, you might want to grab this one. But that is it for today. Thank you so much for being here with me as always. Leave me a comment. Let me know which books you would be adding to your TBR. And don't forget to like and subscribe. I will see you in my next video. Bye.